What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Paul and Chris. I don't know if we were starting like that. And Chris and Nate, bringing you the latest on Survivor season 33. We haven't done a video in a long time, but with this,
can we do like a quick recap about like our opinions on the?
Yeah, we can do a quick recap.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
5 seconds. It's been fucking awesome so far. I thought, I guess the last time we did a video was the week before Michaela.
Yeah.
I told you what happened.
Yeah, you did. You did, to be fair. Sad Michaela's gone, but happy she's coming back next season.
That's confirmed?
So that is confirmed, yes.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. Yep. Sweet. And then, let's see here. Michelle I'm sad about because I felt like she had more potential. And Taylor's Tails is gone. That could make me happier. So
I liked Michelle a lot. I really did. Taylor, I wanted him out like 5 weeks ago. Chris, what do you think
about Michaela?
About all three of them?
I was a little surprised Michelle left, to be honest. I thought I would have liked to see Michelle play a little bit more longer just because of the first elimination at Tribal Council, where she had a big impact on getting what was her name?
Mari. How could you not know Mari? She's big.
I know, I like Mari too. I just forgot, it was so long ago.
Mari was his pick to win.
I know.
Mari, what was her name again?
The girl that you thought would take it all?
Yeah. But yeah, I was surprised Michelle left a little bit earlier than she should have. But I think I like the season now, especially after this 2-hour episode. I feel like we got a lot of perspective on each side, and we're finally getting a little bit more interesting impact. We all thought, even with Chris too, like, I think Nate, you even called it, like, you even said like Chris was gonna win, and then he got out. Like, it's definitely unpredictable.
I Chris was gonna get out like fairly. Like I didn't think he would win. I thought he would get out like after the merge at some point.
I felt like Chris was too strong of a player, and that's why he was He was like the Michaela of the Gen Xers. Like, he's so strong, so physical. So getting him out, I think, was a solid move. Let's jump. So we have the. Let's start with the episode. So we just have Taylor get voted out. It was a pretty close vote between him and Jay because they were trying to bait Jay to use his idol, which he didn't. So I think he mostly just got lucky personally.
Well, based off of what his interview said, he said that he didn't hear his name come up at all. And I think if that is like, if he based it off of that, Jay's likeliness of going further now, I think, are a lot higher.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm predicting 4th place for Jay at this point.
Especially because he doesn't look stronger. I feel like with like Taylor being in the picture, it seemed like, like they looked like they were a strong duo. But since he's by himself now, I think people are starting to forget him, and they're starting to realize that there's other players that are going to make it further than Jay.
And let's talk about him being by himself, because Will flat out just said, listen, I don't want to work with Jay anymore to, I believe he said that to Zeke, right?
Yeah.
Right after the vote, or the day after the vote, whenever it was. Yeah. And I was legitimately surprised by that. But Will seems like he's a big Survivor fan. Like, he knows the game, so he knows when to jump ship. So do you think that's a good move on Will's part?
Big time, because that puts him right in the middle of things. That's where you want to be. I think he's, in terms of Will, like, he's playing very much under the radar, but no one's going after him, and he's still moving around the game very easily, which is great.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. That's it. I just agree with everything you said.
Okay, so let's see what else directly following the vote. Jay digs up the food as a sign of faith, and like we said before, Jay's not as big as a target as he was before. And I feel
he didn't even need to do that, to be honest. Like, they just assumed all the food was gone. But like,
and also it kind of seemed like he was trying to get in with like the majority and like build trust with everyone else that he really couldn't do, because Taylor was also in the picture with him. So now that Taylor is gone out, like, he's trying to make sure that he fits perfectly with like Gen X and Millennials too.
Right. He's just not a target anymore. It's not that he's on the bottom anymore. It's just that he's out. Like he's not even.
Yeah.
He's just on the
Yeah.
outs.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything.
Like no one's giving him information. Nobody trusts him with information. So it's like they just like, okay, here's how you vote, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's talk about how they revealed Adam's. How Taylor revealed Adam's advantage in the game. The fact that he could steal a reward. So how do you think Adam played it out after the challenge? Because I don't think he played it very well. But how could you after someone just reveals that?
I don't really think people are concerned about it. Like,
Yeah, I think
it's
it's been forgotten.
Yeah, like it'll be brought up next episode clearly because it's the loved one's visit. But it's like,
right.
Like at this point, it's a reward, and I'm pretty sure Adam's been on every reward anyway. So it doesn't like he keeps winning them. It doesn't matter as long as he keeps winning them. No one cares. So.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into. I don't even remember the first reward for for last night. Well, not last night, for Wednesday night. Do you guys remember what that one was about?
What?
I know they broke up into two teams. Oh, right, they had David talk about like, listen, I don't even want to be in this challenge because.
Oh
I'm just like, dude.
because of his anxiety.
Yeah. Well, no, he was just like, I'm not good at swimming, and so like I'm afraid this is gonna hurt me. And I'm like, okay, the majority of this challenge isn't even swimming; it's a puzzle. That's really what it's gonna come down to. So it's like just dude, shut up.
But I have to say something that I've noticed about David. In regard to puzzles, he said like early in the season he was good at puzzles. Every puzzle he's been on, he's lost.
Exactly. Like
he sucks at puzzles.
If anything, like he should say, I'm not good at puzzles, don't put me in. Because like the physical challenges he's been a part of, he's actually done well in.
Except for that one challenge.
Except for
one,
yeah.
The ball.
Yeah.
Literally.
Except for the one. He's like, for the most part, he's been doing okay, especially in individual challenges. He's been doing really well, especially in endurance. Like
Chris, what do you think about
that?
Chris, what do you think about David's I guess growth?
Gameplay?
Well, not gameplay, in challenges.
In challenges, yeah, I think he's getting a lot better with the challenges, to be honest. Especially since like the first portion of it, the first part of the episode, he won, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, he won, right? Okay, so I think he is starting to become a little bit more competitive, and I think it is kind of like putting a semi-target on his back, but at the same time, I think he does have really good social skills with everyone, and I think people are feeling sorry for him, which is exactly why he's in at the spot that he's in. Yeah.
So let's talk about this reward because it did start something that really played a big impact in this episode, and that has to do with Brett and Zeke both being on this reward together. So Brett was using this opportunity to kind of like build. He knows that Chris and Zeke are close, so he's like, okay, I have to build my relationship with Zeke right now. So he's trying to like, just drink with him, just chill with him a little bit. And he did this in the next reward too, but I don't want to get those two confused. But just in this first one, he's just trying to build a relationship. And what do you think about that? I mean, obviously he succeeded, as we know, but you think that was a good play for him? Do you think that's a good play for Zeke, more specifically?
Yeah. Well, yeah, 100% it was a good move because the more positive relationships you make with people, the less chance they are to vote you out.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it going to be a bad move to like build trust with someone?
Yeah, it's just like it depends on whether or not that they feel that you're being like real with them.
Yeah.
So like that's where I felt like Brett succeeded last night with Zeke as well, because like telling Zeke he's gay, that was pretty big. And Zeke is pretty sure that he's not lying. And people are already accusing Brett of lying because they think he's a cop. So it's like, holy crap, which is true.
But I think people forgot about that. You think people forgot about that by now?
If they want to target Brett, that's what's going to come up. So it's...
Yeah, I mean, and Hannah kind of has the suspicion, and they're kind of on the opposite sides right now. So we could definitely see that happening. Let's go into the first immunity. So actually, I don't remember what this one was, but I know who won, obviously, because we just said it before. Do you guys remember what this challenge was?
It was a poll, and they had to hold up. What was it? The statue,
like a little statue on like an unbalanced. Yeah.
Okay, then I know that one and not the second one. Lovely. Okay.
The other one with J1, it was where you had
was a
to
puzzle,
move
like-
a peg through a maze, but you
Oh.
couldn't see the maze because it was like around a door through a cage.
The one that he
And
did in
then-
like 3 minutes.
Yeah, and then he finished that, undid the cage, and then like did a slide puzzle, and everyone's like, "Oh, he did that so fast!" I'm like, "It was a 3x3 slide puzzle. That's not hard to solve. First off, like,
That's fair.
like
Yeah.
more than likely Spencer could have solved that in like half that time, but
I mean,
whatever.
He did get through the maze pretty quickly. He had a really good strategy with doing that. I saw him feeling it out.
Yep, he did it well. I don't know if he really needed to win it. Like that's the thing.
That's why I was confused. Like, what? He was in a good
thought he
spot
did,
anyway.
though. He didn't know that though. In his defense, I'm
Yeah.
not sure what information he knew at the time.
That's
It seems
true.
like he's totally on the outs.
Yeah. In his case, I think he just thought that he was getting zero information, and in that case, like, okay, like I need to be safe.
It could help. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So after the first immunity, when David wins, we seem to have a little split. And this was alluded to in the last week as well. So
Yes.
Sunday and Chris really want to get out Jessica.
Yeah.
And Sunday seems to think that Jessica's coming after her, which I have no idea
Yeah.
why she thinks that.
She had this irrational fear that like Jessica's coming after me. Jessica has not brought up your name at all.
Yeah, she hasn't even been saying anything like the whole time.
I know, it's just so ridiculous, but that's how the game's played. Paranoia sets in, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. And then Jessica gets wind of this little flip happening. Zeke tells Jessica, or tells David rather, right? So
Yeah.
Zeke tells David that Jessica's next target, and then David tells Jessica, and she's like, okay, well, I guess that's how it is. And David came up with a plan beforehand that I want to get Chris out.
Yeah.
Which big move. So I mean, right now it's split down the middle. I feel like it's like that almost every week, but
Yeah. But it's very clear now where the sides are. So like you have David, Hannah, Adam, and Ken on one side post episode, and then you have Zeke, Brett and Sunday on the other side. Jay is just kind of floating here, and he's just grabbing onto whoever wants him to vote whichever way. And then I really think Will is the most powerful player at the moment.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
he's a swing vote, yeah.
Yeah. Swing votes have the most power, and people aren't seeing that. I think Will just saw like, okay, I heard Hannah's name first. I'm gonna vote for Hannah. So like, I think that's really what happened.
Right. It's just like with Adam back with the split before, when it was 2-2, and he ended up siding with Ken and Jessica to get Figgy out. So it's just like that. It's always the middleman that has the most power. But I mean, we'll see what Will does next week. As I don't know if you guys saw the thing for it.
Yeah. He wants to flip.
Hey, I mean, I like both David and Zeke, so I
like them both too. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel right now.
Yeah, last night was like a really interesting episode because it wasn't just like, thank God we had the freaking confessionals last night, because like the amount of moves and counter moves that were happening just on a mental level between them was nuts. It was like watching chess. Like, oh
yeah,
my
I mean,
gosh,
and Jeff
like,
even said like this game's being played on such a high level right now, like it's incredible.
It was awesome to watch.
It really was.
It was a breath of fresh air. Like, oh man, like I honestly think we've entered a new era of Survivor now, because like Cambodia kind of set the theme for it, and like because Ko-Rong technically happened before Cambodia, they didn't really get that, but now that we're in true post Cambodia play, like, and the style is similar, I think we've definitely entered a new era here. And
it's certainly a good era indeed, because it's just been
it's amazing.
All the episodes have been so good.
Awesome. There has been no episode I've been disappointed in.
Yeah.
Like even if I don't like when a certain person goes home over another, like the gameplay is still interesting. There's still stuff to talk about, and it's like, wow.
So let's bring up the first tribal now. So Zeke's in a power position right now, because now it's him and his crew. I believe it's Hannah and Adam in his crew. Is that right?
No, Zeke is not with. Well, wait. First tribal? You mean?
First tribal.
First tribal. I'm not. I can't really remember where they're at that point because I
know he at least had Hannah, but I think he had one more person too, and I can't remember right now. But at the first tribal, Zeke had Hannah and whatever, and they were going to vote as a block together, either for Jessica or Chris. So at this point, I was thinking that he was going to vote out Chris because he literally told David about the Jessica thing. So I was like, okay, if Zeke was smart, that's how he would have to do it because he already revealed the information.
Mm-hmm.
So they would know that Zeke was the one who told them. Yeah. So I just felt like they gave that hint already. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that was the better move for him?
For Zeke, no. He shouldn't have let Chris go because Chris trusted him much more than Jessica or David did. I think, especially like after the move was made. I don't think that was the best move for Zeke, and they never would have been in a tie situation if Zeke hadn't let Chris go.
Right.
So I think he was just afraid that the Gen Xers would like kind of culminate together more. But like either way, you're getting rid of a Gen Xer. It's just like which Gen Xer betters your game.
Right. Yeah, I thought that was kind of stupid for Zeke to vote out Chris instead of Jessica, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. And they built like such a good repertoire when they were in the same group. And it's just it was just a little surprising that he made that move. But Jessica seemed to Jessica obviously got the better end of that stick. So let's talk about post first tribal. So it's post first tribal. Obviously Brett and Sunday are blindsided because remember during the tribal council, Jeff asked them, "Sunday, are you 100% sure the vote's going to go your way?" And she said yes.
Yeah.
Brett goes into defense mode right away. Walks up to Zeke and says, "Listen, I'm still good with you. If you're still good with me, I like you as a person. Let's continue working together." And Zeke is totally down for that.
Yeah.
And then we have David too, like the morning after, doing the same thing with Brett and Sunday. And Brett is not down for that. So is that do you guys think that was like a timing situation, or do you think that Brett in his head just made his decision already right after tribal?
I think he made his decision right after tribal. Like after Chris goes home, Chris was his main ally, and he already had like a connection with Zeke regardless. So I think in his head he might have think Zeke was just kind of roped in and he didn't have much of a choice to go. And he's just like, okay, I want to work with Zeke anyway because I can't trust David now that Chris is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then we have David kind of mess up here, but it happens in Survivor sometimes. So he tells Brett during their conversation, who's playing the best game? It's Zeke. And can you all agree that Zeke was the one playing one of the best game at that point? Maybe Will right now is because of
I think it's a 4-way tie.
I think it's
the best game.
I think in that moment it was Zeke and David. I think now that it's aftermath, Will is now the best player. He comes out on top. But
you don't think Ken's playing a good game?
I don't think so. Ken is low key.
Yeah.
Ken is low key, and he does have the legacy advantage now, thanks to Jessica. But I don't know, like I think if they're gonna want to get rid of David, but if for whatever reason David is safe, they're gonna go after Ken. I think that's what's gonna happen.
The problem with Ken is that, and listen, he's a great guy, great person, but he's too loyal. Like the way, like he had his little confession on this thing. He's like, "Listen, I made it a point to make an alliance with David early on, and I'm never writing his name down. And I promise that's going to be the case." So I feel like that's going to be his downfall.
Yeah, and like with Ken, it's like being too loyal is a good thing and a bad thing, especially with how obvious he's making it. Everyone knows that he's talking with Hannah all the time. Everyone knows he's around David all the time. So it's like, that's great because people like everyone knows where he is, and therefore like technically he wouldn't be a threat in terms of a mystery. But at the same time, if you're not with him, that's a problem because that means he's not with you and he's willing to vote you out. So
Right, and he definitely has no loyalty to anyone else that doesn't have loyalty to him. Obviously, like he's
Exactly.
been
He's
willing
very
to
clear
make
about where
moves.
he is.
And he's been willing to make big moves early on, and we've seen that early on from him. And we'll see where he goes from here, because he seems so low key right now. He's letting like David make the big moves, and letting the side. He just hasn't been brought up, except for kind of on tribal, but not really, because I mean we know what happens. So that's just what's been happening.
Like if David goes to, like, honestly, if David gets immunity again and they're trying to get rid of David, I don't know who they would vote out. I'm not sure if they would vote out Ken or if they would vote out Hannah in that situation, to be honest. Like,
we'll see what Hannah does after tribal next Wednesday, or it is next Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll see what Hannah does, because she could try to talk to Zeke, because they were both safe. It's kind of ironic in my head thinking about it, because they were both like together, Hannah and Zeke, in the beginning of the episode, and they were both automatically safe.
Yeah, but I think Hannah has, like, I think if she got the chance, she would work with Zeke again, but I think Zeke is totally done with Hannah. I really think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
And speaking of Hannah, since we already talked about the reward and what Brett talked about with Zeke, let's talk about Hannah's decision to flip on Zeke. Do you guys think that was a good move? Personally, I don't think it was a good move for her personal game. What do you guys think?
I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, I don't think it matters either.
I think
it almost got her voted out.
This is true, but I think it was only because they were so afraid David would play the idol on himself. But like in the long run, I don't really think it really matters which side Hannah chooses, because if she goes with Zeke, she knows that there are 3 people that are much closer than her together. It's Zeke, Brett, and Sunday. She knows those 3 are tight. So regardless, she knows that if she sticks with them, that's not good. And then if she goes with David and Ken and Adam, she knows that, like, yes, she has a bit of a chance with them, and Jessica technically, but she also knows that Jessica and Ken are very, very close, and they've been close for a long time. And she knows David and Ken have been very close. So either way, you've got 3 Gen Xers on one side that are very, very close and tight knit, and Adam, who is Adam, and then the other side is
who still has an idol, by the way.
Who still has an idol that no one knows about.
No one knows about. Yeah,
that's the only idol that has not been told by, like, to anyone that he has, and it's astonishing that it's Adam that has not told anyone that he has the idol.
I know you'd think. I want to talk about Adam a little bit, because before Tribal, it seemed like, and this is just the way that I saw it, maybe you guys saw it differently, it seems like that he was not going to vote out Zeke. And then I think Hannah whispered in his ear and said, listen, I think they're voting me out, so please vote Zeke out to save me. And I think that was that whole exchange that he had with Jeff. Do you guys think that that's what happened, or do you guys think I'm just like...
I think that's what happened, but I'm a little confused. Are we talking about Tribal now? Like, is that where we're sticking with?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I was a little confused about what the fuck was going on, because there again, like, I think Adam... I think Hannah was talking to Adam about saying, like, listen, they're going to vote me out. Like, you got to vote Zeke out. But then it somehow turned to Ken.
Right.
And then
Sunday lied to them and said
Sunday made a brilliant move there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But first off,
Hannah almost made a brilliant move.
Almost. She read that. Hannah read that situation very, very well, and Sunday hit that with a counter move very well as well. So, but first off, with like the Adam Hannah thing, I think Adam was sold on getting out Zeke before Tribal even happened.
I don't think so. In his confessional, he says, I don't want to get Zeke out.
Yeah, that's true, but like that's like confessionals are done at a certain point. And you have to remember, okay, like they're still talking until they actually leave for Tribal, and they don't talk again until they actually get to Tribal. So the way I saw it, like, he seemed thoroughly convinced that he was going to vote for Zeke, and I think that when Sunday,
Jeff it was a live vote, though.
He did, and that's like, I think it's the smoke and mirrors thing. Like, this is very much
could be.
I think he was sold on it before it even happened. But with Hannah, I think Hannah read the situation very well. I didn't like honestly, I think, yeah, Hannah would have been the most likely vote. There was no way in hell the Gen Xers are going to vote for Ken because Ken's not doing anything, and they know exactly where he's at.
Then why the fuck did David got manipulated? Is what you're saying? To think that
I think what happened is that the whole situation was just so crazy. He just saw the shiny object and was just like, okay, that looks very certain. I'm just going to throw it that way and hope it works out. I really think that's what happened. I think it was just information overload. That was the thing that happened the most recent, and that's what he went with.
I feel like he wasted it, though, to be honest.
Well, he did waste
I think,
it.
Yeah,
he did. He wasn't gonna play it on Hannah to begin with. So it was just like,
that's exactly right. He was going to use it on himself. That's why Hannah said wait, and then Adam jumped in and said Ken.
Why did Adam say that though? Why did Adam say Ken?
Because Sunday said, and
So
Adam
Sunday lied to Adam. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think Sunday, like, brilliant move by Sunday.
That was
Her
a brilliant
first move, by the way.
Yeah. Look at
technically-
Sunday fucking playing.
Yeah,
Second move, technically. Second move.
second move technically, but yeah, like that was a brilliant move by Sunday because because they know that David has the idol, and if she thinks that if they tell David that they're going to play the idol, they know for sure that David's going to misplay it. That's great. 2, if they don't know where Adam's at, and if Adam listens to them, then for a fact Hannah's going home anyway. So because then it would be 5 votes for Hannah, 4 votes for Zeke, 1 vote for Ken. So yeah, the problem was that Hannah overheard it, and that's what happened.
Right. So
Okay.
it was a very interesting vote. Okay, so let's go to where the votes ended up. 5-5 tie. So obviously in a tie we have
A revote.
we have a revote with the 2 people. Very similar to how Sequester is. Well, actually practically the same.
Completely the same, yeah.
Completely the same. So we have Zeke and Hannah not voting, and the rest of the 4 vote. It seemed like Jessica was kind of very, very nervous. She was like, I don't know what to do, and then was it Hannah
Poor
The
gave
Jessica.
amount of irony with Jessica tonight was nuts.
I know, yeah.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh. Like, Sunday wants her out, and she goes, like, by no means of Sunday, Jessica goes home anyway.
I know, it's so
And-
crazy.
And then Jessica is the only one that doesn't want to go to Rocks, and she still goes with it, but is the one that gets kicked out because of it. So
Do you think Jay should have flipped his vote?
I don't think it matters for Jay.
Jay had immunity anyway. If anything, Will should have flipped his vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should have been. If someone was going to flip, it was either going to be Will or it was going to be Jessica.
Yeah,
And
I actually
then-
thought Will was, personally.
I didn't think he was. I think, honestly, like, now that we see where the votes, like, where it's going to go from here, sort of, like, I think Will made the correct move.
Right,
Just because, like, yeah, it just came down to whether or not if he got the rock or not. Like, it's just, yeah, he got very lucky in taking this risk,
Completely
but he did make the correct move.
Yeah, 16.6% chance with 6 people. And Jessica got the wrong end of that rock. Well, not the got the wrong rock, I guess.
Oh my god, why couldn't they just all fucking agree? Why take that risk?
David
though?
would
Like,
have never done that.
David would never have voted against Hannah. He wanted to keep the power. He wanted to take Zeke out so bad that he's like, no, absolutely not taking out Hannah. And
But he would risk his own game just to save.
because I think
Hannah?
in his head, like, if he flips, then Hannah goes home and he's screwed anyway. If he goes to Rocks and he goes home, then he's screwed anyway. So it's like, in his head,
Okay.
it's a lose-lose-win situation, because if one of Zeke's allies goes home, then he's in the power position and he's in a good spot. So, like, that,
Yeah.
honestly, like, he knew that, like, people on Zeke's side were not going to flip. So in his head, going to Rocks was the best option, and I agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, best for David's game. It would have been ironic if David was the one.
Is it though? Wait, is it best for David's game? Because how many numbers does he have? Like now that
Well, there's 4 now, but, like, if he
It
got
would have
lucky,
been. It would have been if Zeke's people left, which I think there was a better chance of. Actually, no, it was equal chance, right?
it was equal chance, yeah, because Ken was safe.
Right, Ken was safe. Jay was
Ken and
safe.
Hannah, Ken and Hannah were safe, who were on David's side, and Jay and Zeke were safe on Zeke's side. So, Like, honestly, what David should have done instead of like being so concerned about Jessica, because I don't think Jessica, like, she definitely wanted to flip, but I don't think like I think her loyalty was too strong to let her flip. He should have said something to Jay and to
Jessica was going to leave
and to Will,
like early in the game. So
yeah, like I don't think Jessica was going to flip. I think she really wanted to, but I don't think she was going to. Like David really needed, when the first tie happened, he should have like went to Jay and went to Will and been like, "Hey, I know you guys are on the bottom. Don't vote with them because you're still screwed with them." So,
God.
And like especially Will, because like if you targeted Will, what that was like, Will, if we go to Rocks, there's a chance you go home and like nothing happened. Like,
I would never take that chance regardless, though. Yeah, why take a chance of you leaving to protect someone else?
I know, but
I felt bad for Jessica. Like,
so do I. She put up like
that was so fucked up.
She put up a Craigslist post.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah,
for
$1 million.
Oh, that's great. Oh man. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about what we think is going to happen next. So we already saw the scenes of the next episode, right? We all did.
Yeah.
So we already know that Will's likely going to flip on Zeke and go on David's side, and David looks, he looks pretty happy about it.
Yeah. Oh, I would be happy too. Are you kidding?
Now here's the thing: do we think Will's actually doing this, or he's just like giving himself options for tribal? I think he's just giving himself the option.
No, I think Will's doing it.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, because wait, who did Jay voted out? Zeke or Hannah?
Jay voted out Hannah.
Oh wow,
which I thought was weird.
I thought that was fucking weird too. Yeah.
Which I don't understand.
So how are the sides right now? Like, there's 9 people left, correct?
Yeah,
there's Brett, Sunday, Zeke
are 3.
Yeah.
Jay and Will are together. I'm still certain that like wherever Will go, Jay will go at this point.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I don't really think it matters unless Jay just gets this crazy idea in his head and uses the idol on somebody, like he did with the Michaela vote. It was, and then you have Ken, David, Hannah, and Adam on the other. And I think Adam is very solidly on that side. I don't think Zeke will ever take him back at this point. So
yeah. My God, I don't even know anymore. It's fucking crazy. I love it though. I like the unpredictable factor into it.
And,
you know what I mean?
And we have Adam with the idol and Jay with the idol. And Jay's still, we don't know what Jay's at. We'll see next episode.
I think Jay's in a pretty good spot, to be honest.
Jay's gonna go. He can just do nothing, and he'll go.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And Adam, he doesn't have to do a damn thing.
Adam too.
Adam's not in a good spot. No,
he's not. Why?
No.
I think he is.
Because Zeke, he can't go back to Zeke's side. He's very much locked in a position. Jay doesn't like him. So if Jay wants to get somebody out, he's probably going to try to get Adam out if he gets the chance. And then Adam, like Hannah, like kind of keeps him at arm's length a little bit because she's just kind of like, I know how like crazy you can be, so you're just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna like bounce an idea off of you, and that's all we're gonna do. And then Ken doesn't really talk to Ken, so it's just
Well, I mean, I think he is close with Ken, isn't he?
I don't really. No.
Adam's not close to Ken.
They were on the team together.
This is true, but like they were planning, like if before the merge, if they had gone to tribal again, Ken and Jessica would have been like said that they wanted to keep Taylor over Adam.
It was Jessica who told. Jessica was the one who told Adam for the first vote because he knows that they're close.
Yeah, this is true. This is true, but like because of the fact that they felt like there was like a small confessional where Jessica was like, because Adam was so willing to throw people he had been working with in the past under the bus, or at least that's what she thought. She didn't trust him. Ken didn't trust him that way, and they want to keep Taylor because also Taylor they felt was an idiot, which is true, and they were like, we can trust him going forward because he's stupid and we can just tell him to do whatever and he'll do it. So
okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Chris.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna say, what predictions? Who do you think the next person is going to leave? I think it's gonna be Zeke.
I think it's Brett.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who else is on that side? Yeah, I'll just stick with Zeke. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Brett because he was very outspoken on the last one. I think that's what is gonna probably prompt Will to flip. Honestly,
Brett just didn't give a fuck at Tribal. He's like, guys, let's keep it fucking real right now.
he was just being an asshole.
I thought that was
Like,
Brett was my guy picked to win, so I hope he doesn't go. So I'm not gonna say Brett's gonna go.
Yeah.
And Hannah was my girl pick, which I don't know how that's gonna go.
Hannah still has a shot, I think.
Got to do some big moves though.
David needs to leave for Hannah to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In like 2 weeks.
Yeah, like once they get rid of Zeke, Brett, and Sunday, David needs to leave as well in order for Hannah to have a chance. So
I'm excited for next episode now. I'm so curious who leaves.
The fallout from this is going to be great. I think I don't think we've ever seen a season like this where new players, a whole new player season, are playing at this level. Like, I can't wait to see Zeke next season as well because he's also confirmed. So
nice!
Wow.
Yeah, he's also confirmed, and I am very happy about that because he's gonna play hard.
What month,
especially with what
month do they usually do this? The other season?
They usually do the first season like April, May, and then they film the second one like June, July, August.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word. All right, so it's gonna be pretty exciting. So do you guys want to end it here?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, guys. This has been Reality Room Podcast with Paul, Chris, and Nate covering Survivor 33. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our video next week, which we are doing. I don't care what our schedule is. So until next time, guys. Peace.
See you guys.
See ya.